We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to The Freak Show. I am your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we get a chance to check out Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia, on the PC. It just dropped onto Steam May 11th, 2022, and I know this was a PS4 and a Nintendo Switch release, and I got to play and covered a bit on Nintendo Switch. I saw there was actually quite a bit of traffic on my episode 1 of the Switch version of the game, and I always felt like this game would probably run incredible on a PC or like a stronger system other than the Switch. So I was very eager to give it a shot, and I reached out, and a big shout out and a thank you to the developers, Happinet, for hooking me up with the code for the PC version. So I'm pretty excited to dive in and get back into this game. This has been one that's been on my to return to list for quite some time, and I think I will still return to where we're at on the Switch, but I'm also going to run alongside that with a new one on the PC. So it'll be two different groups going at it. So it'll be interesting. I'm here for it. Hopefully you guys are as well. I'm very curious to see how it's going to play. I'm going to try the keyboard and mouse as well, so you guys know it does have full controller support, and I'm sure that it works just fine. So I may switch to that, but we're going to try the keyboard and mouse controls for right now. Okay, so I believe the tutorial is only just a bunch of information explaining how the game works, which I probably could use a refresher for, but we'll be okay, I think, for the first episode here. And then we have the Legend of Runersia. Choose one of the 6 powers and reclaim the pages of the Legend of Runersia, or Runersia, I don't know how to say it, it's fine, as you aim to unify the land. And then you have the alternate chapter unlock after clearing the first one, and then the origin chapter, which is creative mode. And you can do that after you can clear the first one. So let's go to the first one. We'll have 6 quote-unquote powers or factions to choose from here. And you see, it's all about what has gone on in the past. This is our home, the land of Runersia. Take a good look, visitor of this world. Since long ago, this land has been blessed with a never-ending shower of mana. This mana is a mysterious power given to man by the Rune God. As mankind collected more and more mana, so too did their ability to control this power grow. They gained profound knowledge, wielded swords with strength far superior to men, and used diverse magic that could be called upon at will. Eventually, they gained the ability to summon ancient monsters that would obey their every command. Over time, these warriors came to be known as Rune Knights. Before long, it was as if Rune Knights had been something driven mad by the powers of mana and their quests for greatness. That was really quick. They expanded their armies with swords, knowledge, and magic. There was like a specific cadence. It was all fine, and then there's that one line. Whoop, and he even fought rival Rune Knights when necessary. Many nations rose to power, and many nations crumbled to dust. And so, history seemed doomed to repeat itself. But for the Rune Knights, all that mattered were the 5 Brigandines. Each armor piece or accessory had embedded within it one of the 5 mana stones gifted to man by the Rune God. A Rune Knight who wore a Brigandine was gifted with power that far exceeded the power of any other knights. The wars waged on throughout the land were faithfully recorded in the legend of Runersia. The knowledge we gained through war led us to record the great truths that we found. However, while waiting for the one true rune knight that would unite the land, the book was lost to the flames of war. Take a good look, visitor of this world. There are 5 Brigandines scattered across Runersia: justice, sanctity, freedom, glory, and ego. You can choose to bear the crest of the Brigandine or not. Yeah, isn't there one group that doesn't have a Brigandine? As you start down one of the 6 paths to total conquest. And as you gain control of each territory, perhaps even the lost pages of the legends of Runersia will return. Unify the land and learn the truth of what transpired here in Runersia. Sure, no, that sounds fine. I'm here for it. Ooh, loud. Oh, look at this map, it looked good. Runersia, year 781. 5 nations and 1 tribe plunged the land of Runersia into a new era of chaos. 6 rulers, and the Rune Knights throw themselves into the flames of war, each with their own hopes and expectations. Cool. Norzalio Kingdom. We're gonna move around a little bit. So, if you guys recall, this is the group that we went with last time, the United Islands of Myrelva, and we're gonna do something different this time. I think this is my second front runner, but I think we might do somebody different than this. I think if we click, we don't just immediately. Yeah, okay, there's more. Okay, ruler is Rubino. He is the keeper of the Brigandine of Justice and heir to the throne of Norzalio. Rubino's empathy for others and kind heart makes him loved by the people. He also possesses the strength of character to always do what is right. With the flames of war threatening to destroy his nation, Rubino IV steps onto the battlefield to fight in the name of justice. 5 bases, total of 13 knights, mana reserve is 543, and total monsters are 33. We're going to back out. Let's check out the Republic of Guimule. Eliza Uzala. She is the daughter of Alden Uzala, the bedridden 15th president of the Republic of Guimule. I have no idea. The Sword of Ange awakens upon realizing the danger the country faces and tasks her with a life-changing mission. Previously a ballerina performing with a secret identity, she must now accept her fate to don the Brigandine of Glory and perform on the stage of battle. 8 bases, 12 knights, 905 on a mana reserves, and 35 total monsters. A bit more power, a bit more oomph. Shinobi tribe. I think this might have been another front runner. I'm not sure. Talia. Shinobi tribe. The Shinobi tribe is ruled by women who reside in a fortified village deep in the mountains and valleys of the former Hazam nation. Their heirloom, the Brigandine of Freedom, represents the freedom of these women have longed for. Talia, daughter of Chief Mother Della, fights for the future of the tribe, a future that won't be threatened by wars of other nations. Sure. Less mana reserves, 5 bases, 12 knights, 30 monsters. This guy seemed to be kind of... I think this is the one that doesn't have the Brigandine. I could be wrong, though. Tim Gustav, the Holy Gustava Empire. He is the 13th emperor of the Holy Gustava Empire. Their land is barren and ridiculed by their neighbors, and they have no Brigandine. Nevertheless, the empire survived through strong family ties and the spirit of rebellion, which Tim calls the beautiful blood of the family. Tim aims to conquer Runersia to vindicate the name and blood of his family. 6 bases, a lot of mana reserves, 35 monsters, 10 total knights. And then we have the Mana Salicia Theocracy. Rudo Marco. He is the legitimate son of Romanov, the holy sovereign of the Mana Salicia Theocracy. Long ago, the Manastone 30 Years' War between the Republic of Guimoles, Mohana sect, and the Theocracy's Zai sect created a deep rift in the Rune faith. Rudo now dons the Brigandine of Sanctity in order to bring all of Runersia under the rule of the Zai sect. And then, just so you guys can see her once more, we have the United Isles of Mirelva? I don't know. I always want to say like Myre, and then you got an L. It's like Marl? Anyway, Mirelva, I suppose. Stella Hammett. She is the descendant of the legendary pirate Captain Hammett. The war has stirred up the wild pirate blood of the people of Mirelva, and Stella decided to set off to conquer Runersia with the Brigandine of Ego. Decisive and spontaneous, she decides it would be best to strike anyone else has a chance. A 4 before? Anyway, it's fine. Her actions are straightforward and direct. Cool. All right, I think I'm torn between going with her and maybe this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I think I'm gonna go with the Shinobi tribe. It's probably a terrible call. I don't know. We're gonna find out. So you are my Huckleberry, ma'am. Let's do it, Talia. It does say it's suitable for beginner. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. That's the difficulty. I thought maybe it was telling me that this is a good tribe to choose. We'll go with normal. It's fine. I find this game to actually be pretty difficult at times. I don't think I fully grasp everything yet, so that's probably why, but we'll see. All right, so just real quick. Suitable for beginners. AI is normal, and limit is none. Average difficulty, intelligent. Limit is 5 years, 120 seasons. 2.5 years, 60 seasons. Divine. Intelligent, normal. I feel like easy's really where you should start, right? Like that feels like the AI is normal. This seems like the default setting. All right, whatever. We're going actual normal. Shinobi Tribe normal starting the game with Talia. Are you sure? Absolutely not, but we're doing it. I'm here for it, guys and gals. The guide will play when you take an action for the very first time. This can be configured to be skipped in advance. Skip the guide? Nah, let's just do it. I probably need some help. I do plan to get back into this a bit more, so hopefully it goes well. Like, hopefully I pick stuff back up and we're moving much faster and much smarter than we did on the Switch. Deep in the mountains and valleys of the former Hazam Nation lies the fortified all-female village of the Shinobi Tribe. Long ago, these women used their own form of witchcraft known as Shinobi magic to drive away any and all men. That seems like a really good way of ending your bloodline. So in order to continue the legacy of the village, once a woman turns 18, she's able to bathe in the spring of the Ivory Dragon. Okay, what does that do? It is by soaking in its waters that the women of the Shinobi tribe are blessed with... Oh no. Nothing. Are blessed with children. Not even... Nope. Not going to comment on that at all. But on this day, Talia and Ray were present to give witness to the birth of a friend's child. Just a little more, Meg. You can do this. You're certain to have a strong baby girl. I'll teach her all there is to know of our craft. Careful, Ray. She may not want to come out if she hears that you'll be her teacher. Oh, come now. Aren't I the reason why everyone calls you the best shinobi in the village now? Yes. Well, you're also the reason that I still have the scars as a testament to my training. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, weird veil. It has been quite the labor, but the baby should be here any moment, says Midessa. Yes, but does she seem to be in a lot of pain? Perhaps it would be best for her to sleep for a while. What? Hazamul Zia Hazam. Shamanka Midessa was a master of shinobi magic. That didn't sound pleasant. As she brought her hands together to form several seals, a gentle wave of energy began to radiate, and in an instant, the pregnant Meg was asleep. shouldn't she be getting the baby out, though? Like, The spell had made young Talia feel slightly uncomfortable, as she had the feeling that it was not entirely benign. Medessa, what was that for? Calm yourself, Talia. This is your first time assisting with the birth, correct? Yes, but I don't understand. Oh dear, it's a boy, isn't it? Oh no. A boy? But how do you even know? The baby hasn't even... Talia, my mother just knows. Right, mother? After nodding sadly to her daughter Ray, Edessa moved from Meg's side carrying a healthy baby. Oh no. It was indeed a boy. No, it can't be. Talia, as the daughter of Chief Mother Della, you know the rules better than anyone. Yes, males are not permitted to live in this village. And so if a male is born to one of us, he must be separated from his mother at once and sent to fosterage. Wow, that's just the worst. It is our way, Talia. Take this child to the edge of the forest before Meg awakens. Meg was so excited about becoming a mother. For the women living within this fortified village, it was a cruel... Yeah, no kidding. It's a stupid... It's fine. It's whatever. But it was also an indication of how little the women felt they could trust males. Well, you know, to be fair, there's a lot of horrible men out there, so, like, I get it. Not all of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them are just the worst. So, like, I totally get it. In order to earn foreign currency, the women of Shinobi Village use their expertise in shinobi magic to work in other nations as guards or intelligence operatives. On this particular day in Zai, the capital city of Mana Silesia, Talia was on guard duty with Ray, whom she looked up to like a sister. And this late in the day, the Mana Spring sure is busy. So many people. At this rate, whoops. Can I go back? At this rate, I won't be able to go out at all tonight. And I was having such a good time with a young male from the tavern last night, too. Ray, you better be more careful. What if Chief Mother or Medessa found out about what you've been doing? Apologies, guys and gals. My mouse is starting to double click with the left. So it's a bit questionable sometimes. Oh, poo. I like it. Don't spoil what little fun I get to have outside of the fortress village. You really should give males a try too, Talia. They're a lot more fun than going to that silly spring. That's for sure. Oh, ew. I think that's enough, Ray. Who dis? It's Sid. Would you silly shinobi be quiet? That's quite rude of you, mister, and from the looks of it, you seem to be a fellow hired hand, huh? I guess you're one of those Hazam males, right? Oh, you have a problem with the Hazam? Indeed, I'm afraid I have to pass when it comes to males from Hazam, no matter how good-looking they may be. Just as well, I feel the same way about you lot, then. Come again? Alright, Ray, just give it a rest. She's got a bow. Ah, what have we here? This is Jose. The ladies of Shinobi Village. I do hope Sid here hasn't said anything untoward to you. Besides his untoward language, his behavior when it comes to women is truly appalling. Isn't that right, Talia? Talia, you must be the daughter of Chief Mother Della. Oh yes, I am. Are you an acquaintance of my mother? No, I'm actually the leader of these mercenaries. You may call me Jose. And as you can probably tell, I've also worked as a scout for some time now. You sure you're not just Loki in disguise? Like low-key Loki? Huh? No? And I wouldn't be a very good scout if I were unfamiliar with the leader of the Shinobi Village. Oh, news! Suddenly the sound of an explosion rang through the night from behind the tower of the General Zai Memorial. What was that? It's the Gustavans! Can't be! But Sid was off without another moment's hesitation. As expected of the man with instincts so sharp, he'd been given the nickname the Wolf. Through these instincts, he had already gained information on the Gustavan spies that had been smuggling explosives into the country. Do you think he should have stopped that before they blew something up? Come, Talia, we can't let this Hazam male show us up now, can we? Rhea was more than eager to prove herself to the Hazam man. But that would prove to be her undoing. Oh no. That night would be the last that Talia saw Rhea alive. Oh no. Come on, man. You don't gotta start everything sad all the time. Let go of me. That seems bad. Pretty sure that's not how bodies are supposed to work. Because of the code of the Shinobi tribe started, if captured, an enemy woman would have to end their own lives. Oh, that's... I mean, you know, you could have probably been rescued. Well, that was unfortunate. You wish to raise an army, Talia. What is the meaning of this? Chief Mother, oh Mother, this land of Runersia is in a state of unrest. Tensions between the Zai sect and the Man of Cilicia and the Mohana sect in Guimole are near breaking point. King Rubino III of Nosalio is dead, and now Gustava have marched into their territory. And then that attack by the Gustavans. If only they hadn't. I know, Ray would still be with us today. Mother, if we continue to turn a blind eye and lend our peoples to the whims of these countries, it is inevitable that we will lose more good women like Ray. Talia, even if you are her flesh and blood, you will watch your tone when speaking to the Chief Mother. Mother, you are a coward. Talia? Well, you of all people should know better than anyone. We just can't just continue like this. And yet I do nothing. That is what you want to say, isn't it? Chief Mother. But I do nothing out of a desire to protect this village. You should know this, Talia. That's true. Then you're no better than the men driven from this village by our ancestor matriarchs. What? Instead of standing up against the larger countries, the men of Hazam chose to bow their heads and sell their services just to survive. As a result, their freedom was stolen and the pride of the men were disgraced. And instead of taking it out on their oppressors, they came back to the village and took it out on their women. We had lost our freedom and our dignity. But that's why we created this fortress in the first place, isn't it? So that we would have the freedom to stand on equal ground with any other nation. The freedom. The freedom. The Brigandine of Freedom has been passed down in our village for generations. Oh. Mother, if these enemies decide to threaten our freedom, then I will use the Brigandine of Freedom to fight. Okay. A little backstory here. And so, with the blessing of Chief Mother Della, Talia came to don the Brigandine of Freedom. Then set off to conquer the world. I mean, at least she's not like overly ambitious or anything. Moved by Ray's courageous display, Jose and Sid joined Talia and Uncle Toby, a half-wild bazoo, half-fairy master of shinobi magic, on par with late Ray. And lastly, what did I just read? What? Talia, I cannot bear to lose another daughter. I'm coming along whether you like it or not. Ooh, it's Medessa. Thank you, Medessa. Sir Jose and Sid, I have heard that you took good care of my daughter Ray. Madam Medessa, my only regret is that I could not do more. I know it may not be my place, but your daughter, her death was an honorable one, worthy of such a talented shinobi master. When we heard you were raising an army, we left as soon as we could. Sid and I are at your service. Much appreciated, Talia. The Chief Mother has requested that you keep her informed of our movements. Of course. Mother, I'm sorry for calling you a coward. As Chief, I know there were steps that you wanted to take, that a woman in your position couldn't risk, but worry not. Just watch over me as I take these steps in your stead. Well then, shall we get going? Yes, let's go, everyone. Here we are on the world map. All right, we're probably gonna have to break off the episode before we get too deep into things, but I'm excited. I'm ready to get into it, man. This is great. The main mode is where you select the nation power, plays, unified, occupy. Yeah. This is just kind of going through organization phase, attack phase. I am aware of these things. The main map shows distribution power by displaying a flag occupying each nation. And place the cursor on the base, see the summary at the bottom left, and press the K key to open up the base menu. You may summon monsters at your bases, and then they may be assigned to a troop if there's a knight stationed there. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see organization phase, year 781, 1 season's in, and here, whoa, it's way faster than I anticipated. I thought it was going to be gradual. It's just 3 different steps. So here is the land as we see before us. We can move around with W, A, S, and D to actually see these various different places. We can also click and drag the map, which is pretty cool. And right now we are all up in this place right here. This is the Holy Gustav Empire, I think. Summon battle, strength and forces, organized, units swapping around. It's fine. Okay. So that's base info. So we got menus, we got end phases, switch bases. So if we hit H, you'll see the info of what's going on here. Or we can click on any of these things down at the bottom if you don't want to use the hotkeys. And it shows, I believe, who is here right now. Nope, this is just our own info. So I'll probably play around a little bit to kind of get familiar with the map to explain it a little bit better for you guys. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. We're here right now. It tells us down here who's actually at these different places. So there's 2 knights there, and it shows 2 knights, 5 monsters, 2 knights, 7 monsters, no knights, no monsters, no whatever that is, and so on and so forth. So we can see all over the place the various things. There's some mana supply here, and so on and so forth. Oh, this is the fighting strength, I believe, of the all the folks that are there. So good times all around, folks. Anyway, I am excited to get into this. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a little bit before we can do another recording. This is the end of my day, and the wife is threatening my life, so on the morrow, I will record the next episode where we dive in a little bit deeper. Anyway, a big shout out and a thank you once again to Happinet for hooking me up with a code for this and allowing me to showcase it for you guys on PC. Once again, the game is called Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia, or something along those lines. And yeah, it came out May 11th, 2022. You guys can grab it right there on Steam and enjoy. For more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, or any of that stuff, it'll be down below in the description of the video for various links for you guys to get what you need to get out of it. And of course, subscribe, like, share, you know the score, folks. And until the very next episode, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.